want to explore self-love and what is the real definition of self-love. Nowadays, self-love has become equated to self-care and downtime, and I think that misses what self-love actually is. Self-love isn't just taking care of your body, it is taking care of your mind, it is taking care of your health, it is taking care of yourself entirely. It is not just the aesthetic part of looking nice and of looking attractive, but it is protecting yourself from every kind of harm. Self-love is essentially self-protection, your ability to protect yourself, and how much you turn up for yourself shows how much love you have for yourself. The result of self-love is high self-esteem, and high self-esteem is developed by acts of self-protection. Protecting your time, protecting your energy, protecting your mind, protecting your soul, protecting your body. And that doesn't just mean protecting yourself from other people, but protecting yourself from you. And that is a definition that isn't being encompassed in our culture. In our culture, if we hurt ourselves, if we harm our bodies, that should be labeled as self-hate, but it isn't. When we hurt ourselves and we harm our body, that isn't labeled as defying self-love. Self-love nowadays is just about your self-care routines. It's just about how much you take care of your external appearances. And the reality is that just scratches the surface. That is just surface level self-care and self-love. That isn't deep-rooted self-love. Self-love is being able to protect yourself from harm. And how that would express itself is being able to say no. It's not just taking time for yourself, it's the skill of being able to say no without guilt and live your life free of other people's expectations. We have so many expectations from our relationships, and being able to say no in our relationships is very crucial. And this is a skill that a lot of us lack, and we lack in certain areas. Some people might be very good with boundaries with their families, but their boundaries might be loose when it comes to their friends, or it might be the opposite. There are areas in your life that you're not able to say no. It might be at work where you're not able to assert yourself and you give in to the demands of other people. And so our ability to say no will reflect our self-esteem, but it shows us how willing you are to preserve your energy, how willing you are to preserve your time. And that is a form of self-protection. Another form of self-protection is being able to defend yourself, to defend your rights, to defend your voice. Your voice matters, your rights matter, and not allowing other people to trample on them and to cross your boundaries. So it's not just about saying no, it's being, when someone has broken your boundaries, being able to defend yourself. You have the innate instinct to defend your dignity. And when someone crosses your boundaries, it is your dignity on the line. And so believing that you are worthy of defense, that you are worthy of defending yourself. Because sometimes we might feel guilty, or we might feel that it's wrong to defend ourselves, but preserving your dignity is an honorable act. And allowing people to violate your dignity and to violate your boundaries shows that you have no respect for yourself, and shows them that they can disrespect you. So it's important that we believe in our dignity and we believe in defending our dignity. Another area where we can see if we have self-love is our ability to defend our values and to preserve our values and to preserve our integrity. We come into situations, it can be small situations, it can be big situations, but we come into conflict where we might have to break our own values to meet the expectations or the demands of other people, or to fit in, or to belong. But sacrificing your values for belonging or for validation hurts your self-esteem. And it is the opposite of protecting yourself and protecting your values. So the more you can stay in line with your values, and the more you can align yourself when you're expected to compromise, or when there is pressure to compromise, that is not just self-protection, but that results in higher self-esteem. You can respect yourself, and when you have respect for yourself, others will respect you. A lot of times we're looking for respect from other people, but we can't even respect ourselves. We can't respect our lifestyles, we can't respect our discipline, we can't respect how we behave under pressure, under demand, under fear. When we were able to respect ourselves and view ourselves with a high level of respect, that will transfer to others. Victory is not just in materialistic pursuits, it's not just gaining success and doing well in your career. Victory over yourself, victory when someone is trying to harm you, all of these victories develop your self-esteem, and that self-esteem develops that love for yourself. We're faced with inner battles, the battle to take care of our health, to be disciplined, to not give in to our desires. All of these are inner battles that we face, and the more we can defeat ourselves and our desires that takes us away from ourselves, that takes us away from destruction, the more love we will develop for ourselves and the more self-esteem we will have. Protection is not limited to protecting yourself from other people, but ensuring that you don't harm yourself. You're not committing acts of harm and trauma to your own body and your mind. Other people hurting us doesn't just lead to trauma. When we hurt ourselves, it also increases trauma, and that also increases pain. So you have to believe in that inner battle. You have to believe in that inner feat of victory over yourself and victory over other people trying to harm you. And if you look at all of these are acts of self-preservation. They are acts of self-protection. And the more we act to protect our needs, to protect ourselves from harm, to protect ourselves from destruction, the more that is an act of love. Protection is an act of love. And the more we are able to protect ourselves, the more self-love we have and the more self-esteem we will develop. So self-care isn't just taking care of your body and taking care of your appearances and looking attractive. It is taking care of your internal health, taking care of your mind, taking care of your emotions, taking care of your inner spirit. So acting in the interest of all of these is self-love, and it is true self-love. And it is one that leads to real self-esteem and real self-confidence.